In the silent depths of space, a cosmic drama unfolds in the constellation Orion. Amidst the stars lies a colossal cloud of glowing gas and dust, the Orion Nebula, a stellar nursery where new suns are born. Located around 1,344 light-years from Earth, the Orion Nebula cradles infant stars in its nebulous arms. Nearby in the sky, at Orion's shoulder, blazes Betelgeuse, a red supergiant star roughly 642 light-years away, living on borrowed time and destined for a spectacular fate. The Orion Nebula and Betelgeuse represent two extremes of the stellar life cycle. One is a cosmic cradle nurturing stars at birth, the other a brilliant giant nearing its final act. In this journey, we will explore the Orion Nebula's wonders and witness how stars ignite in its celestial cauldron, then turn to Betelgeuse, a doomed titan whose fate is to erupt as a supernova. What will happen when Betelgeuse finally blows? Let's find out as we delve into this saga of cosmic birth and destruction. Our journey begins in a vast cosmic cradle nestled in Orion's sword, the Orion Nebula. Through a telescope, it unfurls as a majestic canvas of interstellar gas and dust, painted in ethereal hues of red and green by the glow of newborn stars. This diffuse nebula, also known as M42, lies about 1,344 light-years from Earth and stretches roughly 24 light-years across. An immense stellar nursery big enough to house thousands of developing stars. Its primary ingredients are simple, predominantly hydrogen gas, along with helium and trace amounts of heavier elements. These form the raw material for new suns. Inside this luminous cloud, star formation is in full swing. Under the pull of gravity, clumps of gas collapse inward, growing denser and hotter until, in a burst of creation, nuclear fusion ignites a protostar. The Orion Nebula harbors countless such infants in their first stages of life. Some remain swaddled in cocoons of dust, invisible in ordinary light. Others emerge as feisty T-Tauri stars, young suns not yet settled into stable adulthood. Surrounding many newborn stars are spinning disks of gas and dust, protoplanetary disks, that could one day coalesce into planetary systems. In this single cosmic cloud, we witness the genesis of not only stars but potentially future worlds. At the heart of M42 gleams the Trapezium cluster, a tight grouping of 4 brilliant young stars. These massive stars act like cosmic beacons, pouring out intense ultraviolet radiation that makes the surrounding nebula glow. Their light ionizes the hydrogen gas, causing the clouds to fluoresce in those characteristic rosy and emerald tones. The energy from these hot stars also sculpts the nebula's shape, carving out cavities and blowing bubbles in the gas. It's a scene of both creation and disruption, as stellar winds and radiation continuously reshape the nebula, sometimes triggering new stars to form even as they disperse the surrounding gas. The Orion Nebula's beauty is matched by its scientific value. As the closest region of massive star formation to Earth, it has taught astronomers volumes about how stars are born. Within its glowing veils, telescopes have spotted dozens of protostars and even proplyds, planet-forming disks, offering a peek at how planetary systems like ours might take shape. The nebula's turbulent environment demonstrates how newborn stars interact with their birth cloud and how elements forged in previous generations of stars get recycled into new suns. Despite being over 1,300 light-years away, the Orion Nebula is bright enough to be seen without a telescope. To the unaided eye, it appears as the middle star in Orion's sword, a faint fuzzy ember hanging below the belt. With binoculars or a small telescope, that single blur of light blossoms into a patch of luminous mist. What looked like a lone star is revealed as a bustling nursery of stars illuminating a cavern of gas. We gaze upon this stellar nursery in awe, recognizing it as a cosmic cradle, a place where the universe actively forges new stars and possibly new worlds. Leaving the nebula's cradle, we turn to Orion's mighty red supergiant Betelgeuse. This star, marking the hunter's shoulder, shines with a distinct orange-red hue in our night sky. At roughly 642 light-years from Earth, Betelgeuse is a behemoth. It swells to about 800 to 1,000 times the Sun's diameter, enormous enough that if it replaced our Sun, it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, reaching nearly to Jupiter's orbit. Despite its relatively cool surface, it radiates almost 100,000 times the Sun's luminosity. In star catalogues, Betelgeuse is classified as spectral type M12 Aya Eab science speak for an extremely large, brilliant red supergiant nearing the end of its life. By stellar standards, Betelgeuse is living fast and dying young. It's on the order of 10 million years old, a mere infant compared to our 4.6 billion-year-old Sun, yet its great mass has caused it to burn through its nuclear fuel at breakneck speed. Now, having exhausted its core fuel, Betelgeuse has bloated and cooled into a swollen giant. It even physically pulsates, expanding and contracting like a fading heartbeat. As a result, Betelgeuse is a variable star. At its brightest, it approaches magnitude 0.0, outshining almost every star in the sky, and at its dimmest it can fade to around magnitude 1.5. These fluctuations follow cycles of a few months to a few years, as the star's outer layers rhythmically swell and shrink. In late 2019, this unstable giant gave us a dramatic demonstration of its volatility. Betelgeuse underwent the famous Great Dimming, suddenly fading to about magnitude 1.6, the faintest ever seen from this star. The event sparked worldwide headlines and speculation that a supernova might be imminent. Astronomers now understand that Betelgeuse likely expelled a massive cloud of dust that temporarily veiled its light, causing the abrupt dip. By mid-2020, the star returned to normal brightness, but the Great Dimming was a stark reminder of the convulsions gripping this dying supergiant. If the Orion Nebula embodies stellar birth, Betelgeuse exemplifies the end of a star's life. Its once steady brilliance now flickers unpredictably, foreshadowing the coming cataclysm. The star is shedding its outer layers, surrounding itself with halos of gas and dust. In astronomical terms, Betelgeuse is a ticking time bomb. Sooner or later it will run out of fuel entirely, and gravity will catastrophically collapse its core. In the next segment, we imagine that fateful moment when this doomed giant finally meets its explosive end. Imagine that, one of these nights, Betelgeuse's time runs out. Deep in its core, iron builds up to a critical mass, and suddenly the core collapses under its own weight. The imploding core rebounds as a ferocious supernova explosion, tearing the star apart from within. A flood of neutrinos pours out immediately, giving Earth's observatories an eerie early warning hours before any light arrives. Moments later, the star's surface is obliterated by the blast, and Betelgeuse erupts into a new beacon in the sky. For us on Earth, a cosmic spectacle unfolds. Within days, Betelgeuse would blaze as bright as the full moon, around magnitude -12, casting shadows at night and even visible in daylight. It would outshine every other star for weeks. Yet at around 642 light-years away, this celestial fireworks display would be harmless to us, an awe-inspiring show with no danger. People worldwide would step outside to witness a star's death with their own eyes, and telescopes across the globe would turn to study the explosion in real time. After the fireworks, what's left of Betelgeuse tells its final tale. At the core, an ultra-dense neutron star may form, or if the star's mass is great enough, perhaps a black hole. The rest of Betelgeuse's guts, blown outward, become an expanding supernova remnant, a glowing cloud of gas and dust racing into space. Within that debris are the seeds of new worlds, Only in such explosions are heavy elements like gold and uranium forged and scattered to enrich the galaxy. Over months, the supernova will fade, leaving behind a beautiful nebula. Orion's familiar pattern will be forever altered, the red shoulder of the hunter replaced by a ghostly veil of debris. A Betelgeuse supernova would captivate humanity. And from this destruction will come creation. The elements cast off by Betelgeuse will one day seed new stars and planets, continuing the endless cycle of cosmic birth and death. From the cosmic cradle of the Orion Nebula to the explosive fate of Betelgeuse, we've witnessed a cycle of stellar birth and death. This saga reminds us that every ending in the universe sparks a new beginning. Observing such colossal events from our tiny planet puts our own existence into perspective. If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video, subscribe for more cosmic stories, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes on the stars.